Hi everyone, it's Janis here. I have a question for you. Is 5 minutes a lot of time? I guess 99% of people would probably think to themselves, not really. You can't do anything in 5 minutes because it's only 5 minutes. Okay, let's rephrase my question. Can you please hold your breath for 5 minutes? I guess the situation has changed now, and 99% of the people would agree that 5 minutes is a long time. There are of course some individuals who can do that, but the average person can hold their breath up to 2 minutes. I did give it a try by myself before I recorded this video, and I did a whopping 1 minute and 7 seconds. If you know how long you can hold your breath, please let me know in the comments below so we can see what the real averages are. There are 24 hours in a day. 5 minutes is a small 0.3% portion of the day, so it goes unnoticeable. What if you have to write the essay and you're given 3 hours? Would you feel the difference if you had 5 minutes extra to complete it? Maybe a little bit, but not too much really. How about the 45-minute test? Extra 5 minutes would have a noticeable impact on your performance. And finally, you're asked to solve the puzzle, and you're given 10 minutes to do that. Here, an extra 5 minutes would give you huge advantage as it is 33% more time than originally stated. As you can see, throughout these examples, the importance of 5 minutes are growing. The smaller the period, the bigger the impact. The important thing to understand here is that every big period is made of multiple smaller snippets of time. Even if you have to write an essay for 3 hours, you have to understand that you actually write 30 minutes opening, 30 minutes section 1, 60 minutes section 2, 30 minutes section 3, and 30 minutes summary. Now getting back to my point, is 5 minutes a lot of time or not? We can see that it highly depends in what perspective we put it. From one side it is a lot of time, but from other side it is not. My goal with this video is to show you how important every 5 minutes of your life are and how you can take advantage of them. 5 minutes are quickly adding up. Losing 5 minutes per day is not a big deal. But what if you lose 5 minutes 12 times per day? That is a total of 1 hour, and I would say that that is quite a bit of a time. You can complete your homework in 1 hour, wash your car, or even hit a quick gym session. The problem is that every 5-minute segment comes as individual piece. You wait in a line to buy the groceries. You wait for your dentist's appointment, or you wait for the next lecture to start. And because it is only 5 minutes, you just let it slip by like nothing bad is happening. In the small picture, nothing bad is happening, but in the big picture, the time is adding up. Every day, there might be 12 instances where you lose 5 minutes. That is an hour of your time. A week later, it's 7 hours. You can read a book in 7 hours. A month later, time is adding up to 30 hours. That's more than a day. You can complete a decent online course during that time and learn a new skill. A year later, time adds up to 365 hours. That is 15 days. Losing 5 minutes in the moment is nothing, but losing 15 days a year is massive. It is never 5 minutes. Let's get this clear. It is never only 5 minutes. You can tell me whatever you want, but it is always more. In life, things don't always go according to plan. Whether it's a meeting, appointment, or anything else, things tend to stretch out and it takes more time than expected. Let's say I have dentist's appointment at 3 p.m. First of all, I'm not gonna show up at 3 p.m. because I don't want to be late. And because I don't know what the traffic is gonna be like, I will leave early. The traffic turns out to be good and I get there at 2:50, so 10 minutes to wait. Comes 3 p.m., 3:05, not a big deal, right? My appointment is only 5 minutes late and I'm not going to create fuss about it. Comes 3:10, 3:15, Mr. Krakowskis, and I'm in. Not that I would be looking forward to get dentist stools in my mouth, but it needs to be done. So here is a situation that costed me 25 minutes without me doing anything wrong. It's not my fault that appointment was delayed, but situations like this are happening all the time. Sometimes it is 5 minutes, sometimes it's 20 or 30 minutes, with just one single situation. Like many people, I like to check out my social media accounts, but not of course for a long time, just for 5 minutes. Of course, I don't have to tell you that my 5 minutes almost always turn into 30 minutes or more. Every day we're faced with the situations where we think that it will be just 5 minutes, and instead of using that time, we do nothing. And we do nothing because we think that 5 minutes are not enough to do anything. I hope that by showcasing that these 5-minute snippets are quickly adding up, and it's not just 5 minutes but usually more time that you actually lose, we now need to start to think about how we're going to utilize this time. How to use your 5 minutes. Bill Gates always keeps a book handy, so he can have a quick read in between the meetings or whenever he has an extra minute. This is one of the Bill Gates time management tips that he likes to share. Take advantage of the snippets of time. And if Bill Gates is doing this to get more out of his time, then why shouldn't we do the same? I don't really fancy to carry around a book, but I do always have with me my phone. So I get an app called Audible and I load my phone with educational books on personal development, business and sales. So if I have to wait my appointment, I'm not going to wait those 5 minutes that might turn into 25 minutes, but instead I will listen some audiobook and educate myself. And it is not just audiobooks that you can listen. Apple and Android app stores are full of educational applications that you can use to educate yourself. My wife is currently learning Spanish. To utilize her 5-minute snippets of her time, she has an application called Duolingo, and every time she has a spare minute, she can learn a couple of new words. I hope that you make a decision today that going forward you will use opportunities to learn and educate yourself every time you will have a snippet of time available. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free, so press here to check it out right now. I'm working on new videos every day, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode.